Hey guys, check it out. You're watching Jonathan Clarke on YouTube. Oh no! I just want to take a moment to say thank you for all the love you've been showing my zombies videos I've been recently throwing up and archiving for you on this channel. This blows my mind and never ceases to amaze me. You guys are incredibly supportive of who and what you love, and you show it every single time I upload a video on this YouTube channel. I say this because some of my more recent zombies videos have been receiving up to 500 views per video, and I don't know why. I guess it's because you guys love zombies so much and you love the host of this show, I guess. That's what I would presume. But I just want to say thank you so much for all the love and support you've been showing this YouTube channel, because I never thought I'd get to this point. You know, 7.5 years ago, I thought I had recorded my final podcast, and I thought my career was over. And you guys brought me back from seemingly out of nowhere and out of obscurity. And I want to say thank you so much for giving me a second chance and really revitalizing my career and bringing me back to where I was almost a decade and a half ago. I've had a 25-year career, and I've commentated on a lot of different niches, and I've given my opinion on a lot of things, and I've never shied away from sharing my true opinions on how I felt about how some celebrities were treated in their relationships, be it Dove Cameron and Kylie Cantrell. And I achieved worldwide popularity on YouTube seemingly overnight for supporting Kylie Cantrell and Dove Cameron in the way I thought they meant to be supported, because I thought that the support wasn't really there for them. I thought they were victims of criticism they didn't deserve to be criticized for, because of different opinions that were taken out of consideration, out of context. I think that seeing Kylie Cantrell's political point of view ending up in a conversation where it had no place being was absolutely ridiculous. I thought that how her boyfriend treated her just last year was repulsive, and I let them have it. And you guys have stood behind me ever since, and I just want to say thank you so much, because I have been faced with a lot of criticism for these videos, I'm not going to lie. But even though I've been faced with a lot of criticism for these videos, the fans who have remained loyal to Descendants and Zombies are still here. And I just want to say thank you so much for that. I want people like Kylie Cantrell and Malia Baker to know that the support is here for them forever and always on this YouTube channel. I know there was a point in time when they wouldn't YouTube themselves anymore because they were afraid of what they were going to find and what they were going to see and hear. I wanted to take that away from them by creating this YouTube channel, because I knew that there were fans of Descendants and Zombies who really did appreciate the franchises, and I wanted to talk about it for the value of the franchises. I didn't want to come on here and be one of those critics and go down in history for being a critic. If I wanted to go down in history for being anything, it was a GOAT, the greatest of all time. And I know that sounds really far out there and a long way away from ever happening for me, but I know now more than I ever have that I will go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time, for the love and support that you have shown this YouTube channel. You guys have been incredibly supportive of every video that I uploaded. I remember just last year when I heard all these stories about how Dove Cameron was being treated in her relationships with Ryan McCartan and Thomas Doherty. I was very opinionated about that and where that went. And I was very opinionated about how Kylie Cantrell was being treated in her relationship, and also how she was being treated professionally. Because I think that Kylie Cantrell has a voice. God gave her a voice to use, and if she can't use her voice to be heard, then there's really no point. I want Kylie Cantrell's voice to be heard more, louder than it's ever been heard before, and I want her to be given the spotlight in the way that she deserves the spotlight, because I think that people are trying to take that away from her and trying to overshadow her success with all this criticism, and I don't want to see that anymore for Kylie Cantrell. I want her to know that it's okay for her to YouTube herself. It's okay for her to feel the way that she does, and I want her to know, more importantly, that she's done nothing wrong. She has supported each and every one of us with our dreams and our hopes, and she's kept them alive. She's always showed up to support the Descendants franchise in ways that nobody has ever supported this Descendants franchise, while people like Dove Cameron and Sophia Carson have tried to desperately close the door on their Descendants past and their Disney history. Kylie Cantrell has remained loyal to the franchises, and that's something to really take away from Kylie Cantrell's dedication. This dedication that Kylie Cantrell has to every role that she's ever had the opportunity to don, no matter if you're talking about Descendants, no matter if you're talking as far back as Gabby Dern in The Unsittables or High School Musical the series. Everybody fell in love with Kylie Cantrell for this passion that she had. I remember watching her show Hello Kylie years ago, and it blew my mind just how dedicated she was to wanting to be a dancer, wanting to be a performer, and it was just an honor of mine to be able to watch this show and to be able to provide commentary for you on it, because I really believe that Kylie Cantrell still had a long way to go. And while she may still have a long way to go, Kylie Cantrell had the support of each and every one of you, with over 500,000 people having subscribed to her YouTube channel in less than 1 year. I'm going to be honest with you, 500,000 people to subscribe to this YouTube channel is a dream of mine. A dream that I think would be a huge realization of mine if it ever did happen, but I know for that to happen, every single person who ever watched my video at least once would have to hit the subscribe button. And I know that's a long way away from ever happening, but that does not mean that this YouTube channel can't get there. This YouTube channel still has a long way to go. I was just basically a guy who would stream videos out of his parents' basement when I was 13 years old, and I wanted more than nothing ever in the world to have my voice heard. And I had the opportunity through the power of Descendants and Zombies, while other niches I was providing commentary on weren't really taking me serious, and my opinions were never being heard. Descendants and Zombies allowed me the opportunity to be heard, to a whole different generation of Disney fans, and having the honor to meet each and every one of you has been one of the greatest honors of my life. And if there's one thing you've got to know about me, is that I support these franchises until my dying day. If there's one thing that I want to go down in history for having been, is one of the greatest fans of Descendants and Zombies history. Because this really is history, and we are all going to be a part of history, no matter if we want to be a part of history or we don't. Because we have gotten Descendants and Zombies on this level that it's never going to come down from. Descendants and Zombies, there was only one way for this to go, and it's up. And I want to make sure that the only way it goes is up. Despite all the criticism it may have received for the characters, for the portrayal of the characters done by China and McLean, Kylie Cantrell, Malia Baker, even Ruby Rose Turner, who has received her fair share of criticism. And it's beyond me why Ruby is being criticized. I guess it has everything to do with how she parted ways with the franchise. Obviously, Ruby wanted to embark on other ventures in her lifetime. I will forever miss Ruby Rose Turner being a part of Descendants. I will forever miss Ruby being a part of Descendants. I will forever miss Zed and Addison's characters being involved with the Zombies franchise, because I think Meg Donnelly and Mila Manheim did a fabulous job bringing those characters to life, and nobody could have portrayed those characters more powerfully than what they did. I go back to that scene where they were on top of this hill at the end of Zombies 4, down to the vampires, and they were contemplating their future. And it got me to thinking about how I wanted to go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. I thought about that from the beginning of the movie right up until the conclusion of the movie was seen. From the opening dance number, Legends in the Making, because that's really what we're put here on Earth to do. We are put here on Earth to really have a legacy, and that's what we're defined through. And it's all about what you want your legacy to be defined through as. And I want to go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time. I'm not going to lie that. Because one of my greatest fears was always being forgotten about. But I know through the power of Descendants and Zombies, I will not be forgotten about. My legacy will forever and always be remembered, because this legacy has been cemented, it's been solidified, and when I thought my career was over, you guys brought me back as your voice of Descendants and Zombies, and you've been so proud to call me your voice of Descendants and Zombies from the very first video that was uploaded on this YouTube channel. I say this because some of the very first subscribers that I ever had on this YouTube channel, who were some of the very first people to take chances on me, are still here. And I can't even begin to put into words how appreciative I am of every single person who is still here from the very first video that was ever uploaded within the first 150 subscribers that came in on this YouTube channel. And I couldn't believe at that point in time that I had put up over 150 subscribers on this YouTube channel. Now I've gone from 150 to almost 3,000. So as far as I'm concerned, this YouTube channel is the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel in the entire universe, if not the galaxy. Thank you guys so much. Because here's the thing. There are so many people uploading Descendants and Zombies videos every day on this YouTube. And the thing is, they're not being taken serious because of the videos and the value of the video and the context of them. Because of the criticism, because of how they shy away from speaking the truth about Descendants and Zombies. Because they believe the truth only can be found in criticism. It only exists in criticism. It exists in so many different forms besides criticism. It exists in positive reviews. It exists in kind words. It exists in believing in the franchise enough that you will believe that this franchise will last forever and always in your heart, because that's where it's going to last forever and always, is in your heart. I've seen some of the most beautiful friendships derive from Descendants and Zombies and this passion we all share in, a passion that brought me back to life when I thought all hope was lost for my career. I've loved talking about Descendants and Zombies more than I love talking about anything that I provided commentary on over the years, and I've provided commentary on everything from video games to movies to TV shows to Disney Channel to Nickelodeon. I have had the honor of my life providing commentaries for each and every one of you, but I have never provided you with such great commentaries as I have for Descendants and Zombies. As far as I'm concerned, these videos are the best videos about Descendants and Zombies that you will see and find anywhere on any video sharing platform, on any social media outlet. This is the best place for Descendants and Zombies videos. And it didn't happen because I decided to upload Descendants and Zombies videos. It happened because you gave me over 53,000 views, over 2,000 plus watch hours. You gave me that opportunity. You took a chance on me when you saw the good in me when nobody else did. Because I had a lot of critics for these videos. I had a lot of critics for all the niches that I was providing commentary on. Pro wrestling, movies, TV shows, and now Descendants and Zombies. But even though I haven't seen my fair share of criticism for reviewing Descendants and Zombies in the way that I've chosen to, because I feel it's more effective if you tell stories about your own life and your personal experiences that remind you of Descendants and Zombies and just critiquing your favorite moments and your favorite songs and ranking them. Because it's one thing for me to show up and rank songs from the Descendants soundtracks, whatever soundtrack or whatever movie or franchise you're talking about, but when you tell stories about how it ties significantly into your life, you build a friendship between your audience and the host of the show, and through that ability, you guys have gotten to know me better. And you know the guy hosting the show. He's not someone who's using AI to create his videos. He's just creating great thumbnails with great descriptions to get you to find his thumbnail and click on it. And because you have done that, look at the views you put up on this YouTube channel. Look how popular you've made this YouTube channel, because it comes down to your audience and the appreciation the host of the YouTube channel has for his audience. I like to believe that I've come to a mutual understanding for this passion of Descendants and Zombies. You know, I don't know what direction Descendants and Zombies is headed in over the next 5 years, but I am incredibly excited to find out what direction we are headed in and what that will detail. No matter what is inside of that vortex, it makes for an exciting time for all fans of the Zombies franchise. And I'm just excited to be a part of it, regardless if it's mermaids, if it's gargoyles, if it's pirates, if it's sirens, the most powerful witches of all time, the greatest threat ever posed to Seabrook. This will cause all the supernatural creatures that have seen their premieres in Zombies over the years, from werewolves to aliens to now vampires, bond together to face Seabrook's greatest threat, and I'm excited to cover it for you. I, for one, would love to see mermaids see their introduction into the Zombies franchise. That is the biggest prediction that's being made right now. Some of the earlier predictions. I think it may be too early to make a prediction on what's inside of the vortex, because it may not just be mermaids. It could be more than just mermaids. Now, I will be honest with you. The stories and the tales that I've heard about mermaids associated with this island where I'm from are beautiful. So the first supernatural creature that I would expect to be inside of that vortex, with all the speculation surrounding mermaids and how they could offer so much to the storyline that's ongoing between Victor and Nova debuting in the franchise, and their love story to be examined more than it is, would be mermaids. I would be a huge fan of that, and I would be incredibly supportive of that. I would create so many videos about mermaids and them being confirmed for Zombies. We've got a 4-year release window suggested for Zombies up until 2028. And I want to let you guys know that even if it is 2028 that Zombies 5 will drop, I will forever and always be here to provide you commentaries on Descendants and Zombies and where I think these franchises are headed. Because I never want this story to be over. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to kayfabe anything. I never want this story to be over. I'm going to do the best that I can to keep these franchises alive in your hearts for forever. No matter how hard I have to try, no matter how far I have to go with it, how far I have to take it, I will forever and always be here, coming out of the corner, supporting and swinging for Descendants and Zombies. And if we're going down, we're going down together. If we're going to be in a ship like the Titanic and sink, if we're going to strike an iceberg and die, then I'd rather not die with any other niche than Descendants and Zombies. If in fact there is an alien probe that is reportedly on the way to Earth to kill us all in less than 100 days now, going to touch down and blow us all up to bejesus, then I would love to be in the company of all of you, because there is no supportive niche that has been more supportive of every video that I've uploaded than Descendants and Zombies. You see, that's where the hosts of these shows on YouTube really have a misinterpretation of you guys and a misunderstanding of all of you, because they don't really understand the passion that goes with being a fan of Descendants and Zombies. Look at how many people came out for these meet and greets for your favorite Descendants and Zombies stars. Look at how many people showed up to the Worlds Collide tour. Thousands of people. Every venue was sold out throughout the course of the summer of 2025 for Descendants and Zombies, because you guys showed up and you glowed. There is no other words that I can use to describe you. You showed up and you glowed, and you showed up out of support of your favorite Descendants and Zombie stars, and I give you a profound amount of credit for doing that, because while people showed up at the Worlds Collide tour so proud to be there but came away from it criticizing it for their videos on YouTube, the people who actually recorded concert footage and uploaded it with pride are the ones that deserve the profound amount of credit, that deserve all the credit in the world for supporting your favorite stars, for showing up because you had a passion for Descendants and Zombies that was truly undeniable. And I want to send a special shout out to everybody that uploaded positive reviews of the Worlds Collide Tour, because you did a fabulous job. And you also glowed at the Worlds Collide Tour. I never had the honor of attending the Worlds Collide Tour because of no Canadian dates. I would have loved to have been there. I would have been center stage with the Descendants and Zombies fans. I would have loved to have had the opportunity to crowd surf, dance with zombies on stage because it looked really fun. I would have even been shrimpy in the concert, because in all honesty, there is no greater feeling in the world to know that you entertain people and they see the value in your videos. And that's all I've ever wanted to do for you, is create great videos and great content that you would take a chance on me by hitting my subscribe button, because that's my greatest hope, is that somebody is going to see this video, they're going to hit the subscribe button because they too have that same passion for Descendants and Zombies. We are all friends now because of Descendants and Zombies. We will never forget each other because of Descendants and Zombies, and we are in this together. So if we are going to die together, then there is no better niche that I would rather die with than the love and support of Descendants and Zombies, because you guys, you really did bring me back to life. I mean, I've recorded hundreds of videos, if not thousands of videos for YouTube, for different programs over the years and different radio shows. I was a radio show host from 1999 up until at least 2018, and now I'm back again on YouTube for the first time in forever. I was on YouTube ever since 2009, so I was doing both radio and YouTube for forever. But I've never had this support. This is really overwhelming to me. And every single morning that I sign on to this YouTube channel with a new video, the subscriber count is either going through the roof, the views are exploding, the reviews and the comments are unbelievable, and it's because you guys are so kind. This is the thing about Descendants and Zombies. Your love is unconditional. For the people uploading videos about Descendants and Zombies, that's something you really have to take into consideration, and you have to have a tremendous amount of respect for and value, is the unconditional love that you receive from Descendants and Zombies fans. Because when I felt like I had nobody in my relationships or in my life with my best friends, I knew some of my greatest friends were each and every one of you, and you ultimately became my greatest treasure because you saw the good in me when nobody else did, and you took a chance on me. You said, this guy looks really sweet, he looks really cool, he obviously knows what's up with Descendants and Zombies by the way he talks about it in his commentaries, so I'm going to take a chance on him. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to hit a subscribe button. You know, my greatest fear has always been to fade off into obscurity and be forgotten about, but I know now that I will go down in history for being one of the greatest of all time, but I will never forget any of you. That's something I want you to always and forever remember, is that I will never ever forget any of you. If I'm ever rewarded for my contributions to YouTube, I will always thank you. I will always remember you, and wherever I go, you guys are coming with me. So if this YouTube channel goes down in history for being the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel, then so be it. I'm not going anywhere without you guys. I will broadcast for you every single night, no matter how professional this YouTube channel or how famous it becomes. I will forever and always be here in support of each and every one of you and your favorite stars, because I really do love Freya Sky. I think she has a fabulous future with the Zombies franchise as Nova. I think Malachi Burton still has a long way to go while he's figuring his place in the world. I would love to provide commentary on where he goes from here, because I think Victor and Nova's characters look beautiful together, and I think Freya Sky and Malachi Burton are going to do a fabulous job after having the torch passed from them from Mick Donnelly and Milo Manheim's character Zed Naddison, whom I'm going to dearly miss. Because I fell in love with Mick Donnelly ever since 2018. I had no idea who she was. I had no idea about her background, but after doing extensive research on her, I very quickly fell in love with her for her passions for SpongeBob SquarePants and Bluey, because I love SpongeBob SquarePants, and I've watched Bluey every night of my life ever since I could remember, for the powerful messages that you get from Bluey and the powerful messages of acceptance you get from SpongeBob SquarePants. Because the thing is, no matter how idiotic SpongeBob SquarePants was in the 13 seasons that SpongeBob SquarePants has produced ever since 1999, I remember when that series first premiered, you always saw the value, and you came away with a greater appreciation for SpongeBob SquarePants, and years later you came away with a greater appreciation for a show like Bluey, because of just how kind Bluey was. And I think the more kindness that we show people in this world, the further the kindness message will go, and the further it will impact people's lives, and it will change them for the better. Because I will tell you, I was never the easiest guy to get along with. When I had a radio career where I was talking on YouTube years ago, I was never the easiest guy to make sense of. But Descendants of Zombies has really turned my life around and inspired me to become a better person. Ruby Rose Turner has everything to do with how incredibly kind I am now, because Ruby inspired me to be a better person, to take a chance when a chance didn't even seem to exist, when hope seemed really far out there. Ruby Rose Turner inspired me to be a better person, and through Descendants of Zombies, I had the honor, the greatest honor of my life, of meeting each and every one of you, sharing in your opinions about Descendants and Zombies, no matter if they were criticizing opinions, no matter if they were positive opinions, no matter how you felt about Descendants and Zombies, because that's where appreciation and diversity is created and derived from. Because not everybody feels the same way that others do about Descendants and Zombies. Some love it, some hate it, because we do have haters out there of Descendants and Zombies, but everybody is welcome on this YouTube channel. Nobody has ever turned away from this YouTube channel. Your opinions are what matters. That's why God gave you voices. It's because he wanted you to use them, and he wanted you to share your opinions and never shy away from it. So I have people who love Descendants. I have people who don't like Descendants so much here. But the thing is, that's what creates diversity, and that's what makes it exciting to be a YouTuber, because you never know what to expect. But every single time somebody goes out of their way to comment on this YouTube channel and leave something nice, a positive review that's in a positive direction, that stirs the conversation away from all the negative vibes that you get from Descendants and Zombies, I am forever appreciative of those people who show up and leave messages of kindness, who always heart me in the comments, who always say really nice things about Descendants and Zombies, because I really do believe that these franchises have their stories yet to be told. The stories are far from over, and I'm just really excited to be a part of it. I'm really excited to be providing you commentaries on a niche that has been with me for forever, and I know will forever and always hold a very special place in my heart. Did I ever think this YouTube channel will get to the point that I got to, with over 3,000 subscribers almost coming in? No, I didn't. Did I think that so many people would comment, so many people would hit the like button? Oh, for sure, no, I didn't. I probably thought I'd get 100 views on every video I uploaded, but when I look at the analytics every morning, 500, 1,000, it's crazy. 54,000 views on this YouTube channel in just under 3 months is really hard to put into perspective, because a lot of people, it takes them a lifetime to get a YouTube channel to a point, a peak, if you would, of success, and I've done that in under 3 months, and I've become one of the most famous YouTubers in the world for being able to do that. Now, fame has always had this way of following me everywhere I went in my lifetime. I'm not going to lie about that. Everything I've talked about on YouTube or on social media, I've achieved worldwide popularity for. Descendants and Zombies is just one of the more recent things that I've achieved worldwide popularity for. But if there's one thing that I would want to talk about for the rest of my life, it would have to be Descendants and Zombies, because Descendants and Zombies has really showed me the good in people that I never thought existed, that showed me the good in myself that I thought never ever existed. And I just want to say a profound thank you to everybody who was ever a part of these franchises, who really brought it to life when they never ever thought they brought, or offered so much to the franchises, because they really did. I am forever and always going to die a supporter of Ruby Rose Turner and in love with her, because she was just so beautiful. Every single time I do a reaction video for Ruby Rose Turner, I'm saying nothing but good things about her, because I saw the good in Ruby Rose Turner, while people chose to criticize her for being a Bridget character with a color scheme of pink and spreading way too much kindness. The overflow of kindness from Ruby really changed my life for the better, and really showed me that, kindness really does go further in this lifetime. Red's character showed me that no matter how fearless you are, there's always a challenge that you're going to encounter every day of your life, but never a challenge that you can't overcome. So I think that these franchises definitely have changed our lives, not only my life, but everybody's life who was ever a part of it, who may have watched this movie 100 times. And believe you when I tell you, I have watched this movie over 100 times, and I've loved this franchise from the very first moment that I saw it. While I may have chose to criticize it, I shied away from that, because I wanted to do it in a way that you would see the value in it more so than these other critics. I don't know what they get out of criticizing a franchise that's so incredibly beautiful, filled with so much talent and so much life. Because a lot of people came away from this inspired. They feel encouraged now to stand up against their bullies and to become something more and achieve more out of life and achieve their goals. Because one thing life will always teach you is to set a goal and do whatever you have to do to achieve it, and never settle for second best. And that's what Descendants and Zombies has always done. After I moved into this house, I wanted more than nothing to spread a message of kindness. That was my ultimate goal, to spread a message of kindness, because I never thought enough kind words were said, enough kind people were seen in this world. But I know now that kindness really does exist through the power of the fans of Descendants and Zombies and the never-ending amount of love and support that you've shown this YouTube channel. I think we are number 2 when you rank the YouTube channels for the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel. We are well on our way to becoming the most popular Descendants and Zombies YouTube channel in the world right now. And I have each and every one of you to thank for that, because when I thought my career was over, you guys brought me back. And I will forever say that. I'll say that on the next video, the video after that, because I think that there's an appreciation for Descendants and Zombies that is sometimes undervalued. And I kind of wanted to take that away. While people chose to criticize it, I wanted to talk about it for what it was really worth. So if we're going to review, say, Zombies 4, Dawn of the Vampires, And let's review it in a positive way, because I know it received its fair share of criticism. Everything from the music videos to the script was criticized, but the biggest amount of support was seen from the fans. The fans are who took the chance on Descendants and Zombies, and that's why Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires exploded. It was not because of the critics and the criticism it received. It was because of each and every one of you. And one of my greatest honors out of every vampire TV show I may have been a part of or talked about over the years on this YouTube channel, one of my greatest honors was reviewing Zombies 4 Dawn of the Vampires, and I really do believe that Zombies 5 will be just as powerful because of these new characters, regardless if it's mermaids, pirates, sirens, witches, whatever remains to be revealed inside of that vortex. I am incredibly excited to be a part of this journey that you girls have got me on, and I just want to say thank you one final time to everybody for over 54,000 plus views by the end of today, over 2,000 plus watch hours, 3,000 subscribers. Truly unbelievable. We are well on our way to becoming #1, and I have each and every one of you to thank for that. So keep on spreading your message of kindness, because kindness really does go further in this lifetime. Thank you so much for believing in me and taking a chance on me when you really didn't have to, because when you could have quit on me, you didn't. And this YouTube channel will forever and always be here, providing you commentaries, reaction videos, what have you, for Descendants and Zombies and the moments that we have cherished for forever that will forever and always hold a very special place in our heart. Thank you guys so much from one heart to another. With that having been said, bye YouTube. We will talk again in just a few hours from now. I've got 2 more videos yet to come, which I hope you will join me for. Keep on spreading kindness, because kindness really does go further in this lifetime.